Right now at noon, thousands of area families will soon see relief for their medical bills.
Plus, we're tracking roller coaster temperatures for your week. In addition to a couple of rain chances, I'll have all the details.
And a couple in southwest Missouri want to warn people about an online housing scam.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, the time to call is right now. Our phone banks are open for our last Toy Box Tuesday telethon of the year. Volunteers from Equity Bank are manning the phones. Now, during the next half hour, you call the number on your screen, donate what you can, and every dime you give will be used to buy toys for kids in need in the 4 states. Thanks in advance for your generosity. Well, this is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. Now, we'll have more on Toy Box Tuesday in just a bit, but first, today's top news stories. Well, thousands of area families are getting relief from their medical bills. The announcement comes from Hope City Church, which has campuses in both Joplin and Northwest Arkansas. Now, the church says it's negotiated to erase $4.2 million in medical debt for families in Southwest Missouri and Northwest Arkansas this Christmas. And the program targets unpayable debt that's too large for someone to overcome on their own due to either the size of the debt or the income of the recipient. Now, the church says this will eliminate all medical debt for more than 3,200 people in our region who fall below a specific financial threshold. The money comes from donations and the church's budget. The Cherokee County Health Department hosted an outreach clinic at Galena City Hall yesterday. They helped people through the application process of programs like WIC and Can Care and offered lead tests. Now, their goal is to help families gain access to the resources they need and meet their health needs. Now, let's check in with Chloe Arroyo for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, those temperatures have warmed up quite a bit in the past couple of hours. Folks woke up this morning with those temps in the lower 30s, upper 20s. It was really chilly outside, needless to say. That southerly flow has kicked in, and now those temperatures are in the mid 50s. Joplin, Pittsburgh, Lamar, even Nevada, Fort Scott, you guys are all sitting in the mid 50s as of right now. It won't get much warmer from there. We'll be in the upper 50s this afternoon. Your high 59 for Joplin, but we'll see some increasing clouds this afternoon, mainly after 3 or 4 p.m. and into the evening. We'll see those clouds becoming more and more prominent. Now, a couple of folks can see some stray showers, primarily in our eastern counties. Later on after 10 p.m. tonight, I would say that's very sporadic, and the chances of accumulation slim to none at that point. So our temperatures tonight are going to be in the 30s, and we've even seen our record temperatures are near above average temperatures. So we're going to continue to track those rain chances, as well as a couple of other things like our roller coaster temperatures and even a chance for Christmas Eve rain. Elise?
All right, Chloe, thanks. We'll see you soon. Well, an Altamont, Kansas man is dead following a 2-vehicle crash in Montgomery County. It happened yesterday around 5:50 p.m. Kansas Highway Patrol says the man, 30-year-old William Gregory, was traveling southbound on U-169 when he hit a pickup truck in the northbound lane. The truck then spun counterclockwise off the road, and Gregory's vehicle veered right off the road. Gregory died at the scene. The driver of the pickup was taken to an area hospital with suspected serious injuries. Well, a judge yesterday sentences a man for a 2023 murder in Galena, Kansas. Billy Barker gets what's called a hard 50 sentence. Now, that's a life sentence without eligibility for parole for 50 years rather than 25. In June, after a 3-day trial, a jury found Barker guilty of fatally shooting 27-year-old Levi Porter in April 2023. They convicted Barker on charges of first-degree murder, being a felon in possession of a firearm, and criminal carrying of a weapon. He was also sentenced to a year for each of the other counts. The Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce wants to warn residents of an online scam. The scammer has been posting fake links on the Chamber's giveaway post. The Chamber says do not click any suspicious links or provide personal information. The Chamber goes on to say if you should win the giveaway, you will hear directly from the Chamber. Another scam going around, this one in southwest Missouri. A Springfield couple listed their house for sale recently only to be notified by their realtor that they had been scammed out of their money after responding to what turned out to be a fake ad. And one of the homeowners said she's seen multiple fake ads on Facebook.
It's only been listed for maybe a week, and there's fake ads on Facebook. Like, I found 2 or 3 of them and reported them already. But the one that she saw is not the ones I found, so there's no telling where all it's posted at.
Realtors say beware of marketplaces like Facebook or Craigslist, and if it seems too good to be true, well, it probably is. Now to Madison, Wisconsin, where police are trying to piece together what led to yesterday's deadly shooting at a small private Christian school. Now, 1 student and 1 teacher were killed and half a dozen others were injured. Police say the shooter, a 15-year-old girl, is also dead of an apparent suicide. Ian Lee reports from Madison.
Investigators in Madison, Wisconsin say they'll spend today combing through items taken from the home of the teenage girl they say carried out Monday's school shooting.
We'll look through her social media, talk to some of her friends, and really try to piece together how a 15-year-old was able to do something like this.
Police say officers arrived just minutes after a second grader called 911 about an active school shooter at the small private school shortly before 11 a.m.
Got a call coming in at Abundant Life Christian Church that's advising someone was shot.
Police say 1 teenage student and 1 teacher were killed and at least 6 other people were wounded.
It was basically lunchtime.
This second grader says she heard commotion from the shooting, including a teacher shouting.
She was screaming like, "Ah, my leg, help, help."
Nora's dad waited hours to be reunited with her and her brother, who is also a student at the school.
Seeing 10, 12, 15 ambulances really scared me, thinking that one of my children might be the one, but it's really sad for the people that were there. I'm grateful that it's not mine, but it's really sad, and it's going to take a lot of time.
Authorities identified the shooter as 15-year-old Natalie Ruppnow, who went by Samantha. Police say she was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital, adding that a 9mm handgun was recovered from the scene. Her family is cooperating with the investigation. Ian Lee, CBS News, Madison.
Police say 2 of the injured have already been released from the hospital, and authorities have not released the names of the deceased. But at a prayer service last night, a pastor said the teacher who was killed was a substitute for someone who called in sick. Well, coming up, details on new bike paths making their way to the 4 states. And later, we're making morning maple muffins in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. And in the meantime, the phone banks remain open for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. This is your chance to call. This is another live look at our phone bank for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. Volunteers are taking your donations to buy toys for area kids in need. Now we'll recognize some individual callers a little later, so please call now. Well, bicyclists are gearing up for some new rides as 4 new routes are set to roll out across the 4-state area. Now, these additions are part of a national effort to expand the United States bicycle route system, a network designed to connect cyclists with safe designated routes across the country. The new paths will stretch through Indiana, Missouri, and 2 fresh routes in Kansas. For cyclists in Joplin, this means a new passage all the way to Arkansas.
Bicycle tourism is a big part of what we do. We established Bike Route 66 back in 2018, and people do traverse that throughout the season. And we're talking about people who are doing multiple day, multi-city traveling across the states, and they will hit many locations across the state or across a region. And BR 66 has been very profitable for us as far as folks traveling that.
Now, this will be the most added mileage in any year, totaling 50,000 miles of routes available. Well, a popular Joplin business is growing. The Joplin Greenhouse and Coffee Shop will open a second location called Bloom in historic downtown Joplin. The new location on 218 South Main Street will serve as a streamlined version of the Joplin favorite, but visitors can expect the house-made syrups and house-roasted coffee patrons have come to love. Bloom will open tomorrow. Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today is National Maple Syrup Day, so join us as we tap into some ideas that we know you're going to love. Get it?
Plus, roller coaster temperatures and a couple of rain chances in the forecast, including Christmas Eve. All things you don't want to miss. Stick around.
And a reminder, you can call now for the Toy Box Tuesday telethon to help some area kids in need this Christmas.
Well, we woke up this morning in the upper 20s, lower 30s. It was chilly out there, to say the least, but felt seasonable for this time of year. Something we haven't seen and something that we're not even seeing this afternoon. We warmed right up once that wind took a shift direction from the easterly winds to southerly winds. We warmed up pretty nicely into the mid-50s. Joplin 55, Lamar 55, as well as Nevada, Stockton at 58 degrees, nearing that 60-degree mark. So a couple folks are seeing some warmer temperatures this afternoon, especially above average, a good 10 degrees above average for this time of year. This afternoon, expect the same trend. We'll see some increasing clouds, however, really after 2, 3, 4 o'clock, even into the evening hours. We'll see more clouds, especially around 8 o'clock or so. We'll have that southerly flow along with us, around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but we could see some gusts upwards of 20 miles per hour. So if you have those outdoor plans today, keep that in mind. Now for the evening, we'll see those clouds ramp up around 8 o'clock, and then a couple folks could see some stray sporadic showers. This is after 10 p.m. and it won't be much in terms of accumulation. Now, if you live in the further western counties, you won't see much, if at all. So let's paint that picture real quick. We'll see those southerly flows, southerly winds, continue to ramp up this afternoon into the evening, and then we'll see a couple of showers and storms. That's in southwestern Missouri and northwestern Arkansas. That won't last long, and then we'll be left with clear skies Wednesday morning, a northerly wind and a strong wind at that. So we'll see those winds upwards of 35 to 40 miles per hour tomorrow morning. So really keep that in mind, especially with the kiddos going out to school tomorrow morning. When you have those winds and the colder temperatures, you're going to have a feel-like temperature a whole lot colder than the actual temperature. So it's going to feel like the low 20s out there for a lot of folks Wednesday morning. So really keep that in mind. Even throughout the afternoon, we'll have our temperatures feeling like the lower 30s, upper 20s. That's tomorrow at about 5 o'clock is what it's going to feel like outside. So keep that in mind. Overall, big picture, we'll see this system push out to the east that we'll see tonight. Again, very much minimal rainfall for us in the 4 states. Then we're going to have another weather pattern, push off into the east. That's going to be more so of a ridge system. That's going to give us less chances for rainfall or really any weather activity. It's going to keep us clear, and it's going to keep us a little on the cooler side as well, because nothing will be happening. So over the weekend, we're going to be calm, cool, and collected. And then next week is our next rainmaker. This is a look at next Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve. So keep that in mind. We're going to be too warm for a white Christmas, but we could see some rainfall. So this is our next thing that we're tracking. In addition to that, we're also looking at next Thursday for a chance for some storms. This is the day after Christmas Day. So we'll get a little bit of a break on Wednesday on Christmas Day, but even then our temperatures are going to be much warmer than normal. Temperatures in the 60s on Christmas Day. That is just wild to me.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't
not
at
all.
And we haven't had a white Christmas in so long, years.
No. It would have been nice, but I mean, 62, it'll still be warm. Can we really complain?
Yeah, maybe we can have lunch outside or something.
How about
Christmas Day.
How about that? All right, thanks, Chloe.
Of course.
Well, stick around. We're making morning maple muffins in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and our phone bank remains open for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. We invite you to please call now. Our volunteers are standing by. Well, again, our Toy Box Tuesday telethon is underway right now, and we'd like to say a big thank you to those who have contributed to our Toy Box campaign. Now, there's still time to donate, and you can do so by calling the number on your screen. Now over to today's Mr. Food recipe. Howard's making morning maple muffins in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With Christmas just around the corner and all the last-minute excitement going on, we almost forgot that today is National Maple Syrup Day. So to celebrate, how about having waffles, pancakes, or French toast dripping with, you guessed it, maple syrup. By the way, make sure you don't get maple syrup mixed up with pancake syrup, which doesn't even have real maple syrup in it. To make things even more special, we came up with a recipe for streusel top maple muffins that are ideal for serving today, and the recipe is perfect to have on hand right through the end of the year. We start by making a basic muffin recipe from scratch. The difference with these is that they're laced with a good amount of real maple syrup. Then we top each one with our homemade streusel topping before popping them in the oven. When the whole house smells amazing, you'll know they're done. Imagine serving these on Christmas morning while the family opens their presents, or New Year's morning while everyone's trying to open their eyes. To get the recipe so you can celebrate this fun food holiday, head over to our website and type in Morning Maple Muffins. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a maple-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices. And again, our last Toy Box Tuesday telethon of the year is underway. You phone in a pledge and every dollar you give goes to buy toys for area kids in need this Christmas. Now to Chloe for a final look at the forecast.
Yeah, well, tonight we'll see a couple of stray showers here and there, but then we're going to clear out at the end of this week. A very calm and cool and collected weekend ahead of us on Saturday and Sunday. Then Christmas Eve, we have a chance for showers, and we're tracking another system the day after Christmas. But look at those temperatures on Christmas Day, 62 degrees for your high. Clearly no fun for that. You know, we would love a white Christmas, but we're not getting that this year.
Santa will get through, though.
I'm certain he will. All right, thanks, Chloe and Dowdy, for us later on.
Well, lots coming up at 5. For starters, nutrition experts weigh in on what food groups are better for our health. We're going to take a look at new recommendations on the foods we should be eating more of and maybe the ones we should avoid. Plus, Hope City Church, we told you, has announced it's going to erase millions of dollars in medical debt for thousands of area families. Well, we're going to hear from the church's pastor on that decision. And our last Toy Box Tuesday telethon of the year continues. Again, we're going to be taking a look at how your donations are helping families in the 4 states. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more, of course. KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dal. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.